So, we are live again. Take two. Video is uploaded and it's processing. Alright, hey, what's up guys? My name is Eterno. Welcome to the Sparky Engine Android live stream. We're going to basically go ahead and add Android support for the Sparky Engine today. And, of course, since my life is busy, I have about 5.5 hours. Let me just mute myself. There we go, that's better. So because my life is so busy, I have like 5.5 hours today. So I might have some more time tomorrow if we need it. But 5.5 hours Android support for Sparky Engine, challenge accepted. Now, I'm not planning on, the hardest thing, I think, really, honestly, is going to be like the PBR stuff, just because I'm going to have to rewrite the entire shader. And as you know, the shader is quite large. It's like, it's not that big. It's about 350 lines of code. So it's quite a lot to rewrite in like Glaz GLSL. Especially because obviously like that would be, well, I do have a GLSL version for OpenGL, but this thing. But obviously that's using like version 330, which wouldn't be available, and it's using stuff like out and, you know, all this stuff that wouldn't be available. So that kind of stuff is going to be a little bit challenging. But our goal today by the end of today's live stream, so in 5.5 hours, and I don't know how realistic this is because I've never really sat down and done something like this in one sitting, so I actually don't know how this will go. But hopefully to have test 2D running on device in 5.5 hours. That's an extremely unrealistic goal because 5.5 hours is not a lot of time, especially with, you know, stuff like Android, where it's going to be like the whole like build kind of chain is going to be the whole tool chain is going to be quite slow actually. But we'll see how far we can get at least. That's going to be our goal. We'll see how far we can get. Okay, so that may be a problem. I'm not sure about audio as well. We'll kind of box that up for now. For image tree type, hopefully both of those will compile without a problem for Android. I'm assuming they will. Yes, they should. Free image is huge, so I really hope it does. Free type, even if it doesn't, we can kind of fix it up. But free image, I really don't want to modify because it's massive. All that stuff's fine. Sandbox. Okay, let's see. Test 2D, so that's our goal. Sandbox. So major systems that we're going to have to write. Really, there's only two kind of major systems that we're going to have to write, and that's going to be the file system and the windowing system, so like the graphics system. Okay, so this is test 2D. This is what I want to have running on my phone. I've got my featuring in today's live stream because, as you guys know, I have a iPhone 6s, it's my normal phone. I have this old Sony Xperia Z3 compact that I used to, you know, have back in the day. I mean, it's not that old. This was like maybe like 2 years ago I had this, probably even less. So that's what we're going to be using as our test device. I've also got a Galaxy Note 4, but that's a Samsung phone, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be debuggable. So, or at least my one isn't. So, we're going to be using this because I know you can debug on this. It's not a particularly great phone. I actually don't know what the specs are. Adreno 330, I think, is from memory because I remember trying to get Need for Speed to work on that at work, and we had to tier it appropriately with the right graphics settings and stuff. So I do know that I think it is an Adreno 330, but nevertheless, let's Google the specs. I want to know what it supports. Where's that GSM Arena? That's what I want. Alright, so, judging by this, live stream's going okay, right guys? Everything's fine? I'm just gonna scroll through the comments. And I really need to remove all my apps from this phone because it's got like Facebook and stuff installed on it, obviously, but I haven't started the phone up in like a year. So it's decided to pull all the notifications I've missed for like a year, which is like 1 million. So I really need to stop that from happening real quick. So give me a second. Need to uninstall all these social media apps. Let's see, apps, I guess. Okay. Facebook is uninstalling. So how are you guys going? You excited for this stream? How's life? Okay, that's done. There's a new system update available, I don't care. Alright, let's uninstall Twitter as well. Okay, no PBR on Android. Well, for now, we will get PBR working on Android, just not now. Just like not in this stream, because that would be too much. Okay, cool. How painful this is going to... This actually shouldn't be too painful to get running on Android. Like, to be honest, if you know what you're doing, which I like to think I do, and I'm probably wrong, but if you know what you're doing, it's actually not that difficult. It's just that obviously if you have no idea, then you're screwed. Okay, anyway, yeah, we'll just call that enough. Wow, there's so many notifications. Go away. Clear. Alright, cool. That's better. There are still like 10. I can't clear like 10 of these. Oh, I don't care. Alright, doesn't matter. That's good enough. Messenger's the other app I wanted to remove. Facebook Messenger. Alright, where are you? Apps. And Messenger. Alright, cool. So, specs. Yeah, so 2014 it was announced in September. Okay, so I got it like I remember I got it like on release day, this phone. So yeah, I guess it was exactly 2 years ago. Okay. It's okay, so the resolution is really nice. That's going to be good for us because this isn't a particularly powerful phone, but if it's only got like 1 million pixels to drive, then it will be fine. Blah blah blah. Adreno 330, yeah, I was correct. Quad core, I don't know. Okay, Snapdragon 801, that's not horrible, I think. 2 gigs of RAM. Now the graphics support though, I mean, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll ask it what it supports. I mean, I'm not sure if it supports GLES 3, GLES 3. I just don't know. Maybe on the later Android versions it does. I don't know. Okay, cool. But anyway, this should run anyway. We'll do it in GLES 2 if we have to. I'd rather do it in GLES 3 though. Okay, so let's get this to work. I imagine you know what you're doing. After all, you are a game engine dev at EA, aren't you? Yes. However, obviously, like, I mean, the Android, you know, I mean, I should know how it works. Let's just put it that way. But, you know, anyway. Okay, cool. Let's close this. So, let's begin. The first thing we're going to do, I'm actually going to try and do this as quickly as possible, by the way, because as I said, 5.5 hours is our goal. It's more like 5 hours now. So, okay, someone's asking, wait, didn't you tweet a picture of Sparky running on Android a while back? Yes, about a year ago, probably more. I want to say like a year and maybe 2 months ago. I did get Sparky, which back then was just like, you know, extremely simple. I think it was like 10 files back then. I did get one part of that working on Android, but that was like, first of all, that wasn't actually Sparky. I just basically rewrote the whole engine to just support Android, so it didn't support Windows and Android. And also that was back when Sparky was like, as I said, like 10 lines of code. So This is going to be a lot harder. Okay, cool. So this is what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to aim to do is get Sparky core compiling with Clang and as an Android kind of configuration. We're also going to probably make an Android configuration of Sandbox. Now, I'm not sure if we should maybe make a completely new project. I think we should. I think we'll make a sandbox.android project or something like that, rather than just adding a Android configuration for this, because otherwise I feel that'll kind of clutter it up. Oh, but we also don't want to do that because then we'll have different code. I guess we don't want to do that, do we? I mean, this is going to be completely different though. The entry point and stuff is going to be different. Whew, I don't know what to do. This is a good start. All right, let's just get Sparky core compiling for Android first. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to go into our configuration manager. So we have NVIDIA's CodeWorks installed. Now you do have to be a registered NVIDIA developer for that. I think you can just register for free though. Like it doesn't cost anything and it doesn't require you to pay. Well, yes, it doesn't cost anything. And like you don't need to be like some special person. But if you just Google NVIDIA CodeWorks, you should be able to get that. So go ahead and install that if you don't have that, if you want to be doing this. I mean, this is what we're going to use. So once you've got that installed, you should see stuff like, you know, this device thing up here. And also if you create a new solution platform, you should be able to see Tegra Android, which is what we're going to use. Okay. So we're going to copy settings from Win32 for now, create new project platforms. Not actually going to do that because I want to create them manually. A lot of these projects, such as, you know, all the CLI stuff and SPM build and stuff are going to be Windows only because they're tools. Almost everything else does need to be thingy. Anyway, all right, cool. Almost everything else does need to be for Android anyway, but well, it's okay. We'll just do that. So we've now got a new solution platform. We're gonna go into Sparky Core and we're gonna hit New on the platform and create one for Tegra Android. Copy settings again from Win32. We don't need to create new solution platforms because we've already done that. Now debug. You'll have to probably set this up manually, which is a bit annoying. But on debug, we obviously under Tegra Android debug, we should be building Tegra Android debug. Makes sense, right? Scripting doesn't really work and release is fine. Okay, so we theoretically should now have a configuration for that. Now, Sparky Core depends on a lot of these things. For example, a free type and stuff. So we'll create a new solution. We'll create Tegra Android for that as well. And for free image. And I have no idea how audio is going to work. And I guess Box2D is going to be fine. It's just code. And then in debug mode, of course, we want to make sure that we're also building Tegra Android for these. Close for now. All right, so Sparky Core does depend on a lot of stuff though. Okay, so Gorilla Audio is, I guess, the other thing that it depends on. I really don't know what I'm going to do about that. Sparky is more than just a graphics engine. It's going to be like a full kind of game engine. So yes, it does have physics in the form of Box2D. I think there's a branch that actually kind of somewhat has Box2D kind of implemented. I mean, the first kind of part that I'm working on is graphics. So yeah. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Let's just pretend that it worked. Okay, so let's switch our, yes, we're in Tegra Android now under our configuration and we're set to debug. So let's go ahead and for all configurations, let's just set this up. So yes, we want it to be dynamic library. Not really. I'm gonna make it a static library. I don't really care too much about having it as a dynamic library. Oh no, okay. We'll do this. We'll have Sparky Core as a dynamic library and then everything else into Sparky Core will be a static library. Because that way we won't have to link anything. So to speak. So we'll use Gradle as our build system. The minimum Android level I don't care about. Target, we're going to target the one that's on this phone, which is 5.1. If you have 6, you can target 6. Doesn't matter, it should build the same. Native Android API level, whatever. Target architecture is going to be ARM7, which is what this is running. And I don't really care about the float modes of the ABIs. Toolchain version is going to be Clang 3.6. STL type is going to be LLVM, which is Clang's one, the static one, lib C++ static. Strip library, yes. Force incredibuild execution, no. Incredibuild is something that is a distributed build system that we don't care about, especially because we're not in an office with a lot of people right now. Okay, debugging Android directories, that should be fine. I mean, Android SDK location, it should find automatically. Include directories and stuff will probably be the same. I don't know why this isn't like... I guess I would have put them in... Oh, that's a problem. We'll have to specify all of our include directories probably. Anyway, we don't care about almost anything here. C++ language standard will be C++ 11. That's the latest one we have anyway, apparently. Everything else looks good. Linker. So we'll have to... Okay, so a lot of this stuff is obviously going to have to change. So D3D stuff is gone. OpenGL's also gone. Glue's gone. All this stuff is gone. Okay, we don't need any of it. And we're going to have to set up, obviously, our headers and stuff to be the appropriate ones for this thing. Okay, cool. All right, so let's hit OK. I'm going to try and build this. Obviously, it's not going to work. Hang on. One thing I want to do first is make sure my path is set. So what did we say for Windows? Why would we have hard-coded that? That's a bit weird. Let me just unhard-code this, because really this should be configuration. All right. So we're going to do the same thing for Tegra Android. So the output directory is going to be that. And the intermediate directory is going to be that. Okay, cool. Okay, let's try and build this. It's not going to work, but I just want to make sure we're building. Oh yeah, there are all of these other files that I have to mention. I have to think about. Okay, glue. Where is glue at? Oh, we don't have that in the solution. Okay, sure. All right, I'm gonna have to pop out this output and put it on my other monitor just because I need to see the whole thing. So you guys aren't gonna see that, but it's okay. I promise. Okay, yes, we do need to set everything else up. Let's get all the dependencies building separately, I guess. Is Box2D even a formal dependency? Yes. All right, I guess we'll make that build. All right. Oh, this is gonna be a little bit annoying because there's so many projects. Okay, let's copy all of these. Output directory, intermediate directory. Yes, okay. So static library, good. Oops, that's 132. Static library, good. Gradle. So we have to basically set everything up for all of these projects, which is a bit annoying. But anyway, 5.1, we'll just do it quickly without complaining much, because there's no use in that. Clang 3.6. Lib C++ static. Language would probably want to be C++ 11. Okay. And then we'll set everything else up. Like obviously we can get rid of these preprocessor definitions. I'm actually going to clear them. That's fine. What is the link cut? This isn't linking anything because it's a static library. Fine. Okay. Let's see if that builds first of all, because that should build. So no errors so far. As you can see, it's compiling all this stuff. All right, it did fail. Failed to locate. What is that? Why did that happen? Is that like a build step or something? That's a bit weird. Build events. What is that? I've never seen that before. Why is it trying to run that? Tracker? What on earth is that? Looks like we'll have to Google this. I have no idea what that is. Let's take a look at the let's take a look at the VCX proj for this. Because that might not be. Is this the one I want? Maybe. So Tegra Android. Let's just highlight all those. Okay, blah, blah, blah. That looks good. Because sometimes there are things in here that unfortunately aren't exposed in the UI. Try and debug information. Sure. No, that's alright. Huh. I wonder what that error is. I mean, I guess I could just give it that file. But why? What is that tracker thing? Like, what is that? That's so weird. Is that a debug thing? Let's try release. That worked. So it has to be a debug thing. What are we doing in debug that we're not doing in release? Where's my thing? What are we doing in debug that we're not doing in release? Debug. Use debug libraries, that wouldn't be it. Gradle. Blah, blah, blah. Don't really care about that. My browse information. That's probably it. So we'll just hit false on that. Yeah. Let's try that. See, that's not even in the UI, I don't think. Hurry up and reload. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Did that even build? That? Well, I guess it had the files. Let's rebuild it just in case. All right. So we've got Box 2D successfully building for Android. That was easy. Let's move on to free image. That's going to be probably the hardest one. Probably even harder than Sparky Core. No, probably not. Let's build it. All right, errors immediately. So, if def have search, why does it think it has search? Because it clearly doesn't. Define to 1 if you have, where's that defined? I don't know, let's just switch it off. I don't know. Did you not see me? Oh, lol. Why would they do that? Why do they have an if def here if they're telling you to define it to 0? That's the worst thing ever. Either use ifs or if defs, don't mix them. Alright, exception handling disabled. Yeah, that's right. Stop throwing exceptions. I don't want to handle you. Why? Why do you throw exceptions? I don't want you to throw exceptions. Naughty, naughty. Shouldn't be throwing exceptions. Oh, fine, I'll enable them. I really did not want to do that though. Okay, let's probably also go through these preprocessor definitions and get rid of Win32 and that, because obviously this isn't Win32. Let's enable exceptions. Worst. Okay, where is that even? See, I don't even know where it is because it should never be on. Where? I swear they're here somewhere, right? They have to be. RTTI, no. Well, don't see exceptions anywhere. I swear they are here though. See, look how many more things there are here. The browse information, for example. Okay, I don't even know. Enable C++ exceptions. Where is that? Is that? I can't see that here though. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's just add that then to the command line. Null pointer was not declared in this scope. Well, we need to enable C++11 for that, which we haven't done. We haven't done any of our setup, I just realized. Jan, do you have a turkey on the stove? I do not, unfortunately. I wish I did. Life would be better if I did, but I don't. C++11. Yeah, we just forgot to set everything up, unfortunately. All right, let's copy this from here. Okay, Gradle, target API 5.1, Clang 3.6, which means our exceptions might not even work. And lib C++ static. Okay. All right, errors everywhere. Or warnings, I don't know. Most of them are warnings. We should turn warnings off. Wow, this is a ton of warnings. For reals. Were there actually errors? Doesn't look like it. At least they're not in the error list. One succeeded. Good enough for me. All right, free type. 5.1, Clang 3.6, and static for that, and C++ 11. Okay, glue, and where's that in? OpenGL. Oh, okay. Looks like this doesn't, oh wait, that's in glue.h. What? Where's that included from? OpenGL includes that. Okay, so if defined SP platform Windows, well, clearly, that's not defined. Sparky platform web. Back in the day, that's an old macro. All right. Preprocessor, SP platform Windows. I think it's Win32 now anyway. But SP platform Android. And everything else looks good. We'll get rid of this. And I don't like, yeah, the inherited values we don't need. So let's get rid of that. Okay. So, LF defined SP platform Android. Okay, so we need to find the GLES2 header, which I think is actually going to be in, wow, lots of locations. Let's quickly find that. So the one that we're looking for is going to be, if we look at this, we're targeting 21 and we're targeting ARM. So it'll be this one, I believe. I mean, it shouldn't matter too much. But architecture ARM, user include, not ARM64. That's good. So we'll assume this is it. So this is the include directory that really we want. So this is what it is for me. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to somewhat hard code that. I could copy the headers into Sparky's solution. I guess I probably should, shouldn't I? There's libs as well here. How big are both of these things? 22 meg. Yeah, I might just do that, to be honest. And I only care about that one, I guess. Let's copy that into Sparky dependencies, platform, Android. What was it? What are they called? I guess just, oh, we're doing 22 anyway. I think I copied the 21 stuff. Great. Okay, back to search everything we go. It's because we didn't have a 22. What? I thought I installed it. This is annoying. But we're compiling for 22, aren't we? And yeah, we've got this type. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. I don't care. Okay. So, so basically, this will just be include GLES2 / I don't even know if that's right. Why is that automatically okay from 9? I don't care. That's not the one I want anyway. I don't know why that's automatically in there. So, additional include directories for this will be obviously not glue anymore. So it'll just be solution directory, dependencies, platform, which probably start using not backwards slashes. Platform Android 22 include, I think is what I want. So that should be fine. It's Android 22 include, GLES2, gl2.h. I hope that's the right one. No, it's going to Android 9. Why? Where is that set? Why is that an include directory? It shouldn't be an include directory for me. That's actually really annoying. What have you done in NVIDIA? Where are they injecting that? It's like just not in here at all. Oh, that'll be in here. Yeah, there it is. Why? Where is that coming from? From my Android directories, that's not set. Oh, that's a bit annoying. Isn't it? Oh, okay, we'll stick with this for now and see what happens. I know it's technically including the wrong header file, but honestly, I don't even know if they'll be different. Okay, linking failed. That is to be expected. Why is it even linking though, first of all? Free type. Oh, does that compile to a DLL? I guess so, yes. Dynamic library. Okay. Well, should we still get free type to compile into a DLL? I guess so. I guess I don't want to really break Sparky's standard thing. So it can't find like any of these, which makes sense because it shouldn't be finding any of them. Have you considered using STB image instead of free image? Yeah, but free image is, we're already using free image, and free image is much more powerful than that, so it's fine. If we were just working on like a mini project, I would definitely use STB image, but STBI, but for Sparky, we want the real deal. Okay. So let me quickly just check some stuff. All right. So, yeah, so linking stuff. All right. So let's get rid of the stuff that we don't need, such as glue. Oh, wow. All of these, actually. Okay, things we do need. Android, I believe. I don't think we need to put anything in here. Additional dependencies can go away as well. This is just a debug. All configs, please. All right, Control A, delete, and just Android. That should fix a few of our problems. Now we're getting a different error though. Oh, linking command. What? Let's rebuild that. DLL export. Yee. Yeah, that's not gonna fly. Okay. For now, we'll just say, I don't even know what it is for Clang. For now, we'll just say if def sb platform. Do we use Windows? Or I guess we use Windows or Win32. Windows, apparently. So we'll just do that for now, just to clear that. Okay, warning assigned, unsigned. Do we want to fix that warning? Probably not. Yeah, whatever, losing const there. So undefined reference to labs. FT labs, what is that? Labs. It's just a, oh, L, long ABS, okay. And that's in math.h. How is that undefined? If I knew, I would tell you. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly open another project as well where I've done a bit of this stuff. Okay. So let's see what on earth I did here. Linker. Yeah, that's really all I had. I thought so. That is weird. I'm not sure why. Define reference to LLBS FT labs. Define. That's such a weird function to not have. That's weird. Let's just like include math. It must be including a different one. This isn't gonna fix anything, probably. But I'm just surprised that it's not, I'm not sure what it's trying to link. Undefined reference to labs. Where is that actually defined? Yeah, sure. Why is that not? Why is that resulting in an undefined reference though? They're trying to link some other one? That's really weird. I would have thought that would have worked. Let's try release. Just in case. You never know. Okay, so it worked in release. Just not debug. Okay, well we had SP platform Windows define. Oh, hang on. We have the same macros, right? Yep. Looks like it. What's different about debug versus release? Linking stuff? No. Language I did set correctly. What about the libraries? Why is this different? Oh my goodness. I don't know why that's happening. Let's clean it maybe. I don't know. Why is that causing so much of an issue? Fun times. This should just be in the standard, like, library, right? I mean, I'm linking, you know, my STL type is the same. I mean, it's a bit different, but obviously, but it's not. I don't know why it would be causing that. So debug versus release is different. Linking is identical though. As far as I can see, I actually can't see any differences between the actual stuff that is linking. Still, for some reason, specifying that as a library directory, which we can get rid of, but that doesn't matter. Oops. Yeah, that'll be weird. Little bit weird. Let's, I guess since we're here, and this is gonna need, that could be annoying. Let's add this in. So dependencies, where was that? That was in include, I think. I did that. Yeah, here it is. So we'll add this in here. Except I think it's just lib. $122 lib. I really should call it under 21, but anyway. And then the one we want is Glass v2. So Glass v2. Okay. I don't know. If this keeps happening, I guess we'll just... Oh, now it's doing this. But it wasn't doing that before. Okay. This is all very weird. What was that thing that I disabled? I thought it was called browse something. Browse information. Why did that not come up when I searched for it? Oh, because I've got that on. Okay, debug track tagger Android. We'll get rid of that. I didn't even... Okay, anyway. I haven't had any coffee. Okay, that worked. Yay. So that's good. That's a complete compilation. It's generated as a dynamic library, not a static one. So that's actually a complete kind of, it's linked correctly, which is exciting. Okay, so we've got all those things building now. Gorilla Audio, again, we don't actually... I have no idea what this is going to do if I try and compile it on, like, for Android. In fact, maybe I should Google that. Gorilla Audio Android. Doesn't even, like, come up with anything. Because it thinks I'm talking about something else. I mean, like, honestly though, we don't need it. Like, this shouldn't be a link on Android. I'm pretty sure. Let's try build Sparky core. That'll be exciting. Okay, immediate error. Unable to open output file. Blah blah blah. Okay, we need to set this up. So, additional dependencies go away. This is for linker, so we're not linking anything yet. Yay. Let's link some things. Let's link Android and Glass v2 because we're going to have to do anyway. This is all set up. I mean, the PCH stuff we'll have to set up in a minute. SP platform. Android. Render API OpenGL. That shouldn't be here anymore because that's a dynamic switch. Interesting that's there though. Okay, that's fine. That's all fine. Okay, here it is. Precompiled header use and sp.h. Okay, that seems reasonable actually. Let's disable that weird browse information thing that ruins everything. Oh, it's not here at all. For reals, I think. Okay, well, sure. I mean, we're not getting that error. Build. Argument used during compilation, that thing. It's probably because it's copied settings from Windows. But it hasn't. Oh, that's unused. Okay, I don't care about that. So, error. Unable to open output file. Intermediates like PCH. No such file directory. Why? Why? I mean, I've clearly set that up. Maybe this is just wrong. Maybe this actually does want a file rather than a directory. No, it's still that same thing, which is a bit weird. Fun times. Sorry, we have to get past this like little bit annoying part first. And yeah, once we set up all of our configurations, I promise it gets better. Okay, so precompiled had an output directory. That's clearly where it's outputting everything to. So intermediate Sparky. Why does it think it's in there though? What is int direction? Okay, int directory. So it's that. So intermediate Sparky core, and then it's outputting that, but it can't find it. Okay, let's try release. If I seem tired, it's because I am. I need more sleep. Okay. Coming along. Okay, so that still didn't work. What is up with the breaking board? What is up with this? I mean, I could ditch precompiled headers altogether, which I don't really want to do. Oh, hang on. Is it building that precompiled header in the first place? Create. Okay, and it should put it there. Let's try compile that in one file and see what happens. I don't know. I'm actually just thinking of just ditching precompiled headers, to be honest. For now. We'll get them to work later. I just don't want to deal with this right now. What was that thing? Okay, source it up. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll ditch PCHs for now. And we'll come back to them, I guess, later. And you're still not working. Okay, hang on. So it's actually coming in from here. But why does it think... What if I change that to this? Is that going to change anything? Hello. I mean, clearly I don't want to do that, but... Okay, hang on. May have just fixed this. Huh, cool. Alright. So it's just this had to not be relative, I guess? I don't know. It couldn't be... I guess this had to be actually relative to the current file or something. Who knows? Okay. So... this is happening. So algorithm gets included from that lib C++ one, sure. And then for some reason it includes this, and it can't find that file when we include algorithm. What? Let me just make sure we've got everything set up. Fun stuff. So algorithm A. Let me just make sure that we're not... Okay, let's get rid of some of these, eh? Like this, for example. No GTI. We don't need that. That's for Windows. And also the preprocessor definitions. These ones we'll get rid of. Okay, so release. We'll do the same thing. No GDI can go away. SP core DLL I guess we'll keep. Platform Win32 can go away. Glue static Win32 can go away. I don't know what lib is. I'll leave that. We shouldn't need that though. Okay. Let's see if that changes anything. So I guess we'll just keep trying to compile sp.c++. Okay, so that succeeded. Why? I don't know. I guess I had a macro defined that I shouldn't have. Maybe it was the Win32 macro that I had defined. Probably. Now, this, again, warnings, I don't really care that something in the actual library itself has an empty struct. I mean, it's not like I'm going to change that. That's in the library. All right, cool. So that's good. Let's compile everything, see what happens. Oh, Win32 input. Don't want to compile that. Okay, so here's what we need to do. We need to go into platform. We need to go into Windows, right? We need to right click, hit properties. That's not it at all. But under all of these, we basically just have to, can we edit multiple of these properties? Sure. We're going to go under general and just for Tegra Android, make sure that it's excluded from build. Okay, because obviously we don't want to compile any of the Win32 files. So now they're all excluded from the build. And we're going to have to do the same thing with DirectX. So platform DirectX, I don't care about shaders, but all of this stuff, properties, excluded from build, yes please. We'll keep the OpenGL stuff. All right. So a lot less files to compile now, which is good. I mean, we'll still get a billion errors and stuff, but you know, this should be better. And also we'll have to like write other code to make stuff work. Okay, let's see what we have here. So error, cannot use type ID with no runtime type information. Where are we using that? Type ID? Oh my goodness, we are using that. Okay, I didn't know that. I guess we need to enable runtime type information. Huh, okay. All right, errors everywhere. Explicit, so these are going to be client-specific compilation errors, unfortunately. So explicit specialization of push in class scope. That's right. It doesn't allow that. Oh, clang. Okay, so explicit specializations have to be outside of the class. So we have to actually grab all of these, unfortunately, and put them here. And then, of course, specify them as being buffer layout push. That should fix that error. Okay, so how many? We only got 30 errors. So if that's actually legit, then that's nice. So toString internal is undeclared. Well, yeah, fair enough. Where on earth is it? Where on earth is that? In log.h. Oh, it's here. Lol. Why is it all the way down here? Let's grab that. I don't know how that worked in MSVC. Reorder that. 16 errors, 36 errors. We've got more now, that's good. Expected a qualified name after type name. You what? All right. What's your problem? Oh, that's in there, first of all. I don't think we need... Oh, yeah, we should need that. I don't think. Okay. Use of undeclared identifier SP assert. Why is that unidentified? Ooh. Oh man, buffer layout. So if def SP platform Windows Win32, I think it is. Are we actually using Windows or Win32? Because I guess we support Win64 as well. Anyway, DX types I think was just, yeah, we don't need any of them. In fact, that means that, yeah, we probably shouldn't have any of the... I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to have that code there. Yeah, I'm going to leave it in there just because I don't want to put macros around everything. Just because this is a, like, you can see that this is from DXGI format and I'm not defining anything in here that's DirectX only. As in, like, I'm defining it myself. I'm not including anything that's not going to be there. So it's probably fine. That is definitely not too few. Okay. So, SP assert. Why is that not here? Where is SP assert? Inside log.h. Okay, debug break's not going to fly. Let's see. So I guess we'll need to... Let's do this. We'll maybe do SP break. Put this here real quick. Define SP break if def SP platform Win32, or I'll do if defined, then SP break can just be that, else elif defined SP platform Android define SP break as. Now in Android, the way that you stop the debugger, or one of the ways that you stop the debugger, is, if I'm remembering this correctly, it's an inline assembly instruction, and it is inst d4212. Obviously that's not from memory. Okay, so that should work for ARM CPUs. Not sure about x86. It's probably going to be completely different. But for now, since we're just supporting ARM, that's how you do it. And I think that's correct. Yes. Okay. So that's now going to work, hopefully. That doesn't need to exist. Okay, let's try and build that again. So I don't know why it thinks that's... I mean, I guess I'm not including log. So let's include log and see if it still complains about that. Okay, no more complaining, that's good. 25 errors. Use of undeclared identifier, get uniform declaration. Did you mean find uniform declaration? Probably not. Get uniform declaration, where is that defined? Just move my output. Where is that actually defined? Oh, it doesn't exist. That's right. Where is that being used from? I remember this. I don't think that exists because you're not supposed to... No, but hang on. Where's that coming from? From material. Oh, this might have been a... Let me try to compile that in Windows real quick. Nah, I would have worked in Windows. Yeah, that's weird. So get uniform declaration. That doesn't actually... Name. I guess. Get uniform shading, uniform declaration. I guess find uniform declaration is what it should be. How does that work on Windows though? Is it not used on Windows? Get uniform. Let me just find the references to this. So, not used. Wait, this is in material. That's not used anywhere. Why is Clang throwing an error for that? Maybe it's compiling it anyway. Okay. Maybe because it's in debug. It's decided to compile it anyway. I'm just waiting for this to compile. How's chat going? How you guys going? You guys tired yet? Tired of Android yet? Alright. Ooh, hello. Errors everywhere. Linking errors. Oh my goodness me. Well, we've broken Windows. Why? These are all linking errors. Already defined in debug menu. What happened to all of our buffer layout stuff? Okay, well, more importantly, it compiled though. So it looks like Clang is just trying to actually compile our template, even though our template isn't being used. So this is... This is interesting. Okay, let's go back to this. I'll fix Windows later. Okay, yes. So I guess we'll change this to find uniform declaration. Okay. Not viable. Yeah, I think these should be const, to be honest, because they don't actually do anything. Like, they don't change anything. So let's make them const. Let's try that one file again. Use of undeclared identifier am uniform data. Yeah, it's because these templates aren't actually used. Why are you trying to compile them, Clang? So this, what is this doing? Get uniform based off a uniform declaration. Okay. And it's trying to basically just look up the offset into the data. Yeah, because there's vertex. Okay, I'm deleting these two templates. Because you can't just get like a uniform. At least right now, let's just disable them for now at least. Because you can't do that anymore since there's distinctions between vertex and fragment buffers and stuff like that. Vertex and pixel buffers. Uniform buffers. Okay, expected expression. Where? SP assert declaration. Why are you not happy with that? Expanded from macro, SP fatal. Expanded, blah, blah, blah. Okay, more unidentified, more other stuff that's not good. Again, that should be fine. Although this is still probably not going to work because of that. Yeah, because it's not viable. Okay. Wait, but I did make it const, didn't I? Oh, this is material, not material instance. I forgot there were two. Oh, this is in material instance, not material. Something like that, yeah. Okay. Const. Expected expression. So, what is your issue? That's the expression. There's no, is it? So fatal wants something basically. That's annoying. Guess we'll just write something to keep it happy for now. I don't really care. Oh, what's this about game development not being a category? So switch over to creative and put game dev in your title. All this Twitch stuff. Why is game dev not a category anymore? What have they done? Okay, why is there a billion warnings? Explicit specialization cannot have a storage class. Okay, so I guess I should switch to creative, game dev, programming. Done. Oops, sorry, microphone. All right. There you go. Man, this stream has been really stable. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but yeah, very stable. All right, anyway. No, I don't care about that. Cannot be declared inline. No, but it can. Whatever. I don't care. I guess I won't make it inline. Sorry, I keep hitting my microphone. Okay, anyway. Let's see. So let's build that entire thing now. Okay, so glue not found, that's fair enough. Mesh Factory does that apparently. So here's what we have to do. SP graphics. We're going to make a file here called GL. I don't even know if I should specifically make that in here though. Why does Mesh Factory include glue anyway? That's probably not so great for DirectX. What does it need glue for? Hang on a minute. What does it need glue for? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Let's just get rid of that. Yeah, totally compiles. It's just a stray include. All right, GL common. This, on the other hand, is different. So GL. Here's what we're going to do. Inside OpenGL, we're going to have a header file called just, I think, gl.h. And what this is going to do is basically based on definitions. So if def sp platform when 32, lf defined, I guess I'll do defined. SP platform Android. So what it's going to do is, if we're on Android, it's obviously going to go into, for now at least, gles2 gl2. If we're on Windows, it's going to grab that glue thing. So this way, we just need to include gl.h, and it will sort everything else out for us using the right one. So that's what we're going to do for all of the cases where we actually include glue, which should only ever be inside this OpenGL directory, by the way. If we're not, something's wrong. Okay, DX common's being compiled. That's fun. Okay, so GL frame buffer depth, for example, again, we're just going to include gl.h. Okay, this is not found. Yeah, fair enough. Where is that being included from? Include. Okay, so this includes that. So texture 2D. If def sp platform win32, then we're allowed to include DirectX. Otherwise, we're not. Which is unfortunate. I just realized. Oh. Oh well, I guess we are going to have to put that everywhere. I mean, there might be a better way, but for now, I actually don't mind doing this. I'm gonna have to do that absolutely everywhere though. Undeclared identified debug break. Okay, so GL call obviously does that. So instead of calling debug break, we need to call SP break, which of course will be correct for stuff. Extra qualification on member get up direction. Oh. Yeah, that's right. Clang doesn't like that. MSVC allows it. Okay, so here's more stuff. So first of all, gl.h to do glass shaders. Yay, I'm glad I left that error in there for me. Okay, this stuff again. So, that's actually not bad because it's never going to be direct 3D anyway. I kind of don't even want to, I mean, I guess I might just for consistency's sake, but we don't even have to do that because there's nothing in here that's actually DirectX. It's just going to be calling the shader class, which will switch based on what it is. Okay, so user fund. Okay, yeah, of course. So we need to write shaders for all this stuff. That's okay though, because I'm just going to copy them for now and replace this with a comment. This can obviously go away. So this is just to keep it happy for now. Okay, this is not found. Where is that being included in? Includes texture cube and texture cube, of course. So if def SP platform win32 and if okay, solved. Wow, we've only got like 2 errors. That's hard to believe, actually. Okay. This is, again, being included where? In vertex buffer. Okay, here's the next batch of errors. Okay, sound manager. We're probably going to not compile that, to be honest. Just going to quickly exclude them from build. Because again, we're not going to deal with sound right now. Okay, so where's this coming from? Context. It's all good. So good, man. Hang on. It's in model.cpp. Why is that including that at all? That shouldn't be including that at all. Okay, here we go. I do need to fix that assertion situation, I know, but... Oh, I probably should do that now, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's do that now. So, the way we're going to fix it... The way I'm going to fix it real quick, actually, is just by making another one of these. That doesn't fatally log anything. So that just takes in one argument. Optionally, I could just do this, I guess. I guess I'll define them in this order. Probably makes more sense in this order. So that should fix that issue. Alright, good. Okay. That's the GL header. SP assert is undefined inside here apparently. So I guess we'll include SP utils log. For image not found. Okay. Why? And that's still not found. Didn't I just include log? What? That's weird. Game of Thrones hair. Lol. Yeah. My hair certainly is a thing. Why does this not work though? Is there some weird rule about macro expansion? I don't know. Alright, let's move on to this error for now. So shader, that's the one I was thinking of. Oh wow, that's quite large. That one. Oh, because it's reload, I guess. Yeah, I don't watch Game of Thrones. I don't have time for. I don't have time to like the amount of concentration required to watch that show is too high for me. Sorry. Oh, I've definitely screwed something up here. Maybe I should just do y and then variable args. But that's still sad. Okay, non-consts, L value reference. Cannot bind to a temporary of type. Yeah, of course you can't. That's stupid code. Why did I write that? Oh. Why did I write that? Let's change that. That's gonna be a pain. Ugh. Oh, I've made everything so sad. Why? I didn't realize that would cause such an issue. Away with you. Still sad. Use that one, you prawn. Why must you be like this? Why are you the way you are? Ah, no viable conversion from this to that. Yes, take that in like that. Same here. Too many arguments provided. Okay, this whole assertion disaster is so terrible, I'm actually just going to delete it. I don't have the strength right now to deal with this. I haven't had my coffee. So that should be fine now. Yeah, and then all this crap, as terrible as it is, I'm going to have to stick empty strings into it. For now. Okay, so that should be fixed. Yep. Next. I use prawn as an insult all the time. Just because. Apparently prawn is actually an insult. In that case, I'm not referring to that version of prawn. Oh. Why is free image not found? Oh, I guess I'm not. Okay, so where was this? This would have been in here, I think. No. That's library directories. Include directories. Different options. Free image, include. So this is the one I want. Let's grab that. Let's switch to Tegra Android, all configurations, C++, additional include directories, chuck that in there. So now it should be able to find free image. All right. No, so far, many warnings. Many warnings. 156, 256, 321. Okay, there are the errors. So, use of undeclared identifier GL frame buffer texture. That is very likely not supported in GLES 3. Now, I'm going to show you guys the best website ever for OpenGL API docs. It's called docs.gl. It's fantastic because not only is it nice and clean, it's even got a dark mode, which is a bit slow. But you can also type stuff in like GL frame buffer texture and it'll tell you what it's available in. So you can see it's not supported in GL2, but it is supported in GLES 2 apparently. So GL frame buffer texture should definitely be a thing. Just a quick way to verify that that is there. GL draw buffer as well, I believe, is fine. No, so GL draw buffer is not available in those things. So just something to think about. So I don't know why that's undeclared though. Okay, that's in glue. I don't care. Again, get out. I hate how slow this is. Come on, Visual Studio. So it is including gl.h, but yeah, GL frame buffer texture I can't find. That's very odd. Let's see if it's actually in this header. So it's called frame buffer texture 2D. Maybe. They don't seem to have a frame buffer texture. Just texture 2D. That is interesting. I guess we'll add that in, but this said it had it. Yeah, see, there is no frame buffer texture 2D. Oh, no, here it is. It is 2D. Oh, in ES it's called 2D. Ah, in ES it's called 2D. In this it's just called texture. But it's also applicable to that, I guess. Now, what does it take in? So target attachment, because we're not giving it enough parameters, I don't think. We're only giving it 1, 2, 3, 4, and it needs 5. So it needs a target, an attachment, a text target, which is an enum, and then the texture, and then the thing. So what's text target? Specifies the texture target. So this will be GL texture 2D, I expect. Frame buffer depth. Must be one of the following. Well, it's definitely going to be texture 2D then. Now, draw buffer doesn't actually exist, so again, I will probably just do this for now. expected expression. I'm sure you did. Okay. Windows.h file not found. Why is that being included in here? Oh my goodness me. Well, we've definitely hard-coded that. And then all this stuff as well. This should remind me to just add assertion messages everywhere. God, this engine is so big. When does it end? This may take me longer than I thought. Unfortunately. I'm also getting very bored right now. It's been a while since I've done any programming on the weekend, and to be honest, it's not as fun as I thought it would be. Well, it's because I'm not doing particularly fun stuff right now. Once I get onto actually deploying this stuff, it'll be more fun. So, if def sp platform win32 where's my water? What's the error? Here it is. Replace that with gl.h. Undeclared identifier clamp. That's right, because it's called like clamped edge, I believe. I don't think there is a. Yeah, see, there's just clamped edge. So, oh man. For now, I don't know, man. I might just do this for now, to be honest. Okay. We'll have like our overrides there or something, I don't know. I really don't like all those warnings. Why is mesh including that? Shouldn't be. Mesh is a API independent class. Oh no, we're getting onto the renderers now. Uh-oh. How am I going? Pretty average right now, to be honest. Okay, GL write only is not even declared. It could be, oh no, because all the buffer mapping stuff is not available. Oh, sorry, microphone. Didn't mean to take it out on you. So GL map buffer apparently is Glass 3 only, I think. No, it's not even Glass 3. Wow. All right, well, there goes all of our code. We're going to have to use GL buffer subdata instead. Which, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm going to have to rewrite all this code. Get pointer internal is not going to work anymore. Oh, this whole class is going to have to get rewritten. Because... oh, it's the worst. The reason is that, yeah, we would just... I mean, we were obtaining a pointer to a buffer that we could map. But now we're going to have to be the ones that provide that buffer, which is just terrible, really, because well, it's terrible. So we can either allocate enough space to hold the buffer. We might do that, actually. That might not be the worst idea. But, like, memory usage-wise, that is pretty terrible. I actually don't know what to do in this case. Man, I am so in need of some coffee. I'm about to fall asleep. Anyone want to bring me coffee? Yeah, the extent of my comments are usually just to-dos. I don't really write too many comments. Unless it's like some actually really indecipherable code, which is rare because usually I write. Usually I write. Usually I like to write code that is quite readable. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so let's take a look at our options to fix this problem. Okay, let's fix that easy one that's up here first. Wait, why is that even happening? Okay. So we've got 6 errors, which isn't actually true, because we've got way more than that. But for now, I've got 6 errors. Oh, debug menu. Okay. Let's fix these assertions. Oh, this stuff. What even is that stuff? All right. I'm sleeping. That's what's happening right now. I'm just on my phone. I'm procrastinating is what's happening, if I have to be honest. Okay, so yeah, quick power nap because I don't want to deal with any of this. Okay, so snap out of it, Chano. Oh, why did I think this was a good idea for a Saturday? Why? Okay, so GL texture compare func. What is that? That's not clearly not available. What even is that supposed to be? I don't think this does enums. Should we just like not do? I mean, are there even compare? Look, let's just out. I mean, we do actually need that code though for shadow mapping and stuff, but We'll just assume that we don't for now. That's safe, right? Okay, allocations. Yep, aligned malloc doesn't exist. Really? Oh no, aligned malloc is MSVC only. I should probably have realized that by the underscore. See the mem line. Family functions. POSIX mem line. Do we really care about aligned memory right now? I'm going to say no. Well, we definitely do actually, but no for now. Here's what's happening. So on Windows, we're doing it properly, and on Android, we're doing that instead. That should fix that. Fixed. Solved. Not really solved at all, but we'll replace that with the correct version in the future. Take mental notes. Okay, so we're back to this stuff. How's everything else doing? How's font doing, for example? Okay, free type GL I can't find because we need to set up our include paths properly. So what did we have for Windows? We had just free type, right? Free type include, that's right, because I merged them, I think. Still can't find that. Where is that actually located? Free type GL. I thought that wasn't here. Oh, it is in here. So what's the problem? Free type include. Okay, I think we also need to be in just free type. Yep. Okay, expected expression. We all know that drill. Yeah, IntelliSense going to be a bit screwy, by the way, with all these errors that you see that aren't actually there. Yeah, just hack it as much as you can and go make some coffee. I would definitely, if someone brought me coffee, that would be the best. But like, I'd have to walk quite a while to get some coffee. And unfortunately, I don't have a coffee machine at home because I never need it at home because I'm at work every day and we have coffee machines there. So it's like, So it's like, I don't want to spend $1,000 on a machine for home. Okay, so we'll just wrap up some of these expressions. So these are all of our 2D renderers that are not working. What about our 3D renderers? Are they working? Let's try forward renderer. Let's try compile that puppy. Errors everywhere, I bet. No errors. Look at that. You can just see how good I was when I wrote that code. I mean, it's not as complicated as the Bash 2D renderer, but still. Okay, so we're actually not doing too bad in terms of things are compiling okay. Let's try something random, like, well, that'll work, whatever. What's fairly random? These are all graphic stuff. UI, let's try button. Nice. Let's try application. Nice. Window? What is window? Eesh, that's not going to be good, I don't think. I mean, it'll compile, but... Oh, this stuff. Ooh, I'm using a map, not an unordered map. Naughty Cherno. This should be an unordered map. Why is it just sitting there? It's like not even static or anything. What am I doing? Oh, it's part of window. Okay, fair enough. Okay. So input debug layer. I'm glad that a lot of this is actually compiling. That's good news. Yeah, I do need to do a big code revision at one point, but you know, busy and stuff. That's nothing in there. Okay, let's try build the whole thing again. Okay, so we found another one of these in index buffer. Okay, it's solved. Okay, so we should probably stop avoiding these errors. So to fix this, I've got a few ideas that I've just come up with in the meantime. We could, with majestic hair like that, how does he get errors? That's a good question. I myself am not sure how I can get errors with hair like this, but it happens, unfortunately. All right, anyway, enough about me. Let's get on to this. So GL map. Okay, so this is my thinking, and this is stupid, but I mean, it's not stupid, but it's a little bit of a waste. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a static byte. It's not going to be static though. We're going to create basically this buffer that we have. Byte m. We'll call it our scratch buffer. Okay, and what's going to happen is whenever we set the size or whenever we resize, we basically allocate a buffer that is large enough to store our thing, right? And of course, we need to delete it if it exists. So we'll do something like when we first start it, scratch buffer is null pointer. So, and of course over here, I guess, we also remove that. So, and then that way, what we can do is, in the event of us not being able to map it because we're not on Windows, which I guess we'll just mark as being, you know, if we're on Windows, we'll be able to do this. Then what we'll basically do is else for now. For an Android, we'll basically do void result equals scratch buffer, right? And that should, for all intents and purposes, actually be that. And then when we release the pointer, we're going to basically either call unmap buffer if we're on Windows, or if we're not, we're going to basically have to call gl call gl buffer subdata. So gl array buffer, offset will be 0, size will be size, and the data will be, of course, our scratch buffer. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. That should be functionally the same as it was before, okay? I don't think I've missed anything, but if you guys notice anything weird, then just let me know. I missed a semicolon. That's okay. That's not a hard error to fix. All right, what do we have now? Windows file not found. Okay. Oh, that's right. This horrendous disaster. I still can't believe I did this. I think we need to make like a file that's like Windows GL context or something, because this is a little bit insane. I don't know what to do here. I honestly just want to see if the rest of Sparky will compile. So I'm just doing this for now. Okay, some macros. And there was that other thing. Oof. GL index buffer. VFS has a lot of assertions. We're going to have to write a file system implementation for Android as well, which shouldn't actually be too difficult because we're just going to use the asset manager for now. So we're not going to support external files. Everything has to be packed into the APK for now, just because it's going to be a lot easier to deal with that. Okay, cool. So we're actually compiling successfully now. So we're not linking, but we're compiling successfully. So that's good. Check out all these linking errors. Yeah, that's a lot of linking errors. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So that it's still not happy with all the push stuff. Okay, I thought it would be. Multiple definition of push. Huh. Are you gonna take me there? No. So it thinks I've defined push multiple times, but these are specializations. I'm actually rather curious as to why it's not happy with me. Because that to me seems fine. Like, I don't need to mark them as static or anything, right? They're part of the class. At least I think they are. But it's acting as if they're not. Anyone know what the deal with this stuff being multiply defined for some reason? In Clang specifically? $79 people tuned in to watch his hair. Ah, loving the hair comments, guys. It's yeah. Okay. Why on earth would it think I'd be multiply different? Okay, let me Google this. Clang template specializations. I'm not looking at partial, but let's see how people are defining their things. Okay. I'm sure I don't have to do that though, because I'm not templating a class, just a function inside a class. A method, if you will. No, he's templating classes, I don't care about that. And this is partial template specialization, which I don't care, but how? Again, boring. I don't know if this is actually going to be of any use, because this looks like their API. Yeah, this is their API. This form always works, eh? Well, no, but the thing is, it compiled. It's just I'm getting. What's the actual error? Multiple definition. Oh, here we go. Oh, you still need it to be declared, just not implemented. Are you serious? What? That seems a bit weird. I'm not sure if I buy this just yet. So float, uint, byte, and then vec2, vec3, vec4. I mean, this kind of makes sense, but it's also doesn't at all. But I'll try it anyway, because I don't know what else to do. Yeah, see, that's not... But you're doing it. Oh, is that just in your header? Wait, what? What? Hang on a minute. I think I know what he's doing. He's actually putting it in there because it's an explicit specialization. That does make sense. So that's in the header and that's outside in here. Holy crap. Okay. I think I know what's going on. I think that, so you put that there, and then for all of these, you basically just have them sitting here with buffer layouts like that. Maybe. Let's try compile that. So it compiles. Let's see if that links. Please link. Please link. Oh. Having a bit of a sleep while this compiles. Hurry up and compile, my goodness. Whoops. That linked. Yay. Cool. All right. So that linked the buffer layout stuff correctly, which which is good. So we have a lot more of those things. For example, in debug menu. Actually, no, in value action. Oh, the value action stuff. I don't want to rewrite half of Sparky to get it to work with Clang. I should have done this immediately when I started working on it. Oh, see, this is why you set up continuous integration to compile using all the compilers for all the platforms from day one. Because then you don't have to deal with situations like this in which you have to spend a long time doing stuff you don't want to do to get it to work. Oh. See, like, for example, all of this template stuff that I've written is fine with MSVC, but annoying. Well, like, Clang just doesn't like to compile it for some reason. I think it's perfectly reasonable to just compile this anyway. But with template specializations, it's like the worst, apparently. This doesn't even have an implementation file, so let's make one just for our template specializations. So debug menu action. I'm just going to stop whining about this and actually, you know. So we stopped using precompiled headers. Oh, no, we are using precompiled headers, right? Did we stop using precompiled headers? We are using, good. Okay, so we did get that to work. See, I don't remember. So what namespace are we in here? SP debug. Debuge, as certain people would say. Okay, so where are my specs? Where are my specializations? Here they are. So all of these value actions, specializations. Okay, well at least they're all like nicely in a row. Copy paste into here. Let's include debug menu action. This is kind of okay because it'll speed up compilation as well. We'll do that. We'll do that. Like as in if I change this especially, if I modify the specializations, it's not going to have to recompile anything. Or it'll have to recompile the one CPP file, not every CPP file this header is included in. So that's good. So I guess it's not all bad. Okay. Is that all? Looks like it. Let's compile that. Good. Let's link it. All right. Linking more linking errors now. Platform log message doesn't exist. Where's that located in? Win32 log. Well, that would be why it doesn't exist, because we're not compiling it. We're gonna have to write a logging system for Android now, I guess. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm probably gonna take a little bit of a break and get some tea or something, because this is ridiculous. Oh. I mean, linking errors like are not bad or anything. I mean, they make sense, obviously. I mean, it's not linking platform log message because we're not compiling platform log message. This file's excluded, right, from the build because it's a Windows file, Win32 log, right? So we're just going to have to write all of this extra code just for Android, which is obviously expected. But yeah. Okay, well, we fixed the Clang like template specialization stuff, so I'm pretty happy with that. But anyway. Worst.com. Alright, I guess I'll be back in a sec. Maybe. Or maybe I'll just, like, never come back. Android! I've returned. I'm here. Yeah, I had tea. I don't have coffee. I mean, I've probably got instant coffee, but I don't. Who drinks that? Can't drink that. I could go out to a cafe and get some coffee, but that's too far. So yeah. Oh my goodness me. All right, so. Oh. Okay. So, yes, we need to write some logging stuff for Android. So, under platform, I'm going to make a new folder called Android, as you can probably expect. In there, I'm going to make a new CPP file. I'm basically probably going to copy most of this stuff. I mean, we've got file system, that's Windows. Timer, it'll use the POSIX one. Window, we probably will need to make. Application, we will need to copy. So I'll copy input. I'm going to need that eventually as well. Maybe even memory manager. What does that even do? Okay, that gets statistics. All right, let's copy that, paste it into Android. Obviously rename it to be Android application. Android file system, Android input, Android log. All right. So for most of these things right now, I mean, we're basically going to just remove everything. So this is the Win32 application one. This doesn't actually have any Win32 code in it, so we'll leave that. File system, on the other hand, will. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of Windows and we'll get rid of these static things. And then for all of these, for right now, we'll just return false. Return 0. Return false. Right, we'll just fill them up with nothing for now. They're not implemented. Null pointer. Return an empty string, return false, and that can be there. Okay, so that's the file system. The input, again, is going to be a bit similar to this. We will just not do anything. Like set mouse cursor is obviously going to be obviously going to not apply anyway. I guess we can somewhat keep this stuff here. I don't really want to though. I mean, we can just steal it from Win32 if we need to, I guess. And that cleared as well. Okay, and then log, of course, is going to be the one we actually are going to implement now. So we're not going to include Windows, we're going to just, okay. So what we are going to include actually is going to be, I believe, Android / log.h. And then, unfortunately, it's actually going to be a bit difficult to log stuff. I mean, in this case, we do have a message. Oh, no, it's not going to be difficult at all because we sprint F8 everything, don't we? We don't see it. Yeah, this is going to be easy. Yay. Okay, fantastic. So, this gives me hope. So basically, what we're going to do is we're not going to worry about colors. We don't need to worry about colors. We know what the log level is. It's going to be one of these. And so what we're going to do for the Android log is basically, we're going to do, I think it's, let me just put this output back. I think it's, so instead of printf, I think it's Android, yeah, log print. So the priority, so this is basically what, so we'll make a little static, I think it'll be an int, right? Yeah, static int, get Android s log, well, what do we call it for like, Where would this be in? Yeah, here it is. SP buffer usage to Direct3D. So we'll say SP log level to Android log level to Android. Uint level. And then we basically are going to just have this. We'll get rid of the brakes. So if it's fatal, we'll return, what is it? Android log fatal, I guess. Otherwise, we'll return error. Otherwise, we'll return warning. And then for info, I guess we'll just return info, right? Is there an info? Android log info. Okay, and then verbose will just not exist, I guess. And then we can assert, I guess. Okay, so Android log print will be SP log level to Android level. The tag is going to be Sparky for now. And then the message, of course, will be message. Or in fact, it looks like we'll just do -s. I don't know why I did that here, but I did, so we'll keep it. And that's it, one line. And that should be logging on Android done. Well, for now. Sweet. All right, so that should have fixed that linking issue. Yep, it did. So now we have an undefined reference to Sound Manager init. Yes. So window.cpp. I'm still wondering if window.cpp actually needs to run. Because this seems like a very Windows kind of thing. As in like a very desktop kind of thing, right? Because what we're doing here is we're specifying certain window properties like the size and the title and stuff, like stuff you don't really do. So I'm wondering if it maybe, at least in the long run, it might make more sense to kind of refactor Sparky so that you never create windows. I don't think we actually do create windows though. Like, where does this happen? We don't do that client side, I'm sure. Yeah, this happens on application platform init, right? So application platform init, of course, is coming from Android application, which is where it's making the new window. So we won't make the new window for now. I mean, we will have to somewhat do something like that. But again, that's not really going to be something we do. I think that's more or less going to be a callback that we handle. So we're still getting that error though, because we are compiling window.cpp. So I guess for now, we'll just do that only if we're on Windows. So we'll keep that as it is. Okay, so platform init's actually undefined, it seems. Is it though? Platform init. That can't be right. It's right here. Why is platform init undefined? Where's my glorious chat? Why don't you make it so, why don't you make it that you will use something like control that you will place in Java? What? This doesn't, I don't know what you mean. That doesn't make any sense. What will I place in Java window? Oh, like a control or something like a widget. I don't know. Yeah, I would go to bed. If you guys are like staying up to watch this stream, I would just go to bed, honestly. I mean, I know I'm good, but I'm not better than sleep. So, and neither is my hair for that matter. So go to sleep. That would be my advice. I would go to sleep right now if I could. Okay, so we've got Sound Manager stuff. I guess clean probably wouldn't be defined either. I still don't get why it doesn't think that our Android file system stuff is, Android platform init is not found. Because that is window platform, that is literally window platform init. Like it's an Android application. Oh, that's window platform init. My bad, I'm reading that wrong. Okay. That's annoying because I don't know how. Do you guys like ever get that feeling where like you want to make something work, but you like realize that actually to make it work, you're going to have to spend like 20 minutes implementing a proper solution, but you can't be bothered. So you're like, oh, because that's what I'm feeling right now. I'm being like, oh, I need to set up the whole windowing system for Android, but I can't be bothered. I mean, we're actually almost done in terms of getting it to like compile, because there's like, well, to link, I guess, but because there's like not that much left actually. And some of these are pretty easy, like undefined reference to timer. Like why? Why is timer undefined? I'll tell you why. Because apparently someone, i.e. me, thought it would be a great idea. Like, so let's actually enable POSIX timer to actually have a different timer for each platform, which makes sense because like Windows has stuff like you know, the query performance counter stuff, which is a bit more accurate than this stuff, but you know. So we will not exclude that from build. Thank you very much for, whoa, cancel. Not all platforms. No. Why is it on all platforms? Tegra Android, exclude from build? No, because we want to use the POSIX timer for that. So that should fix those errors. And again, I'm assuming it did. I don't know for sure. Who really does though? Platform init stuff, again, sound manager update is undefined. Don't know if that copied, do I? Nope. Ooh, hello. Texture depth is somehow got away with including DirectX. Window platform update isn't there yet. Context create isn't there yet. GL context isn't there yet because I moved that to Windows only. Frame buffer 2D has somehow also DirectX'd itself. I guess those DirectX files didn't include the DirectX header, which is why they slipped through the cracks of compilation and interlinking. System init, undefined reference to memory manager get system info, because that's again a thing that is per platform. Platform update, frame buffer depth create probably has the same deal as this. Yes, it does, in fact. GL context present, that's also in that file that I did not do. Oh, hello. So this is an actual free image issue. Undefined reference to PNG init filter functions neon. Ooh, hello, it's trying to use neon optimizations, which makes sense because we're on Android. However, filter functions neon. Where would that even be located? See, I have disabled that though. Have I? And defined. That's it. It says set to 0. What? Well, I don't really care about neon optimizations for now. I just want to get this stuff to compile. I didn't know free image supported intrinsics. That's cool. Anyway, it doesn't matter because we're not going to use them for now because seemingly we can't. But I just don't understand why this code is being compiled. Because Let's just disable it permanently, like for now at least, properly. Okay, free image is fine. Wait, isn't free image, is free image a static library? I thought free image was a DLL. No, I guess free type is a DLL. This is probably a static library. Yes, it is. Okay, sure. So let's just build that again. I'm not sure why, yeah, there it is again. Huh. Why are you so sad? I don't know why I won't turn off that code, actually. Is that a header? Whoa, hold on. Oh, yeah, okay. That's fine. Is it? Yeah, that fixed it. I'm not sure why the unfalse did. If def. Yeah, maybe because it was an if def, not if. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so, yeah, how is the stream quality, guys? Is it acceptable? Like, I mean, I live in Australia, so I can't really put the bitrate too high because my upload speed is not that great. But I hope, like, that you can at least kind of see what's going on. Like, if I put my quality to source, let me see how good that is. Is that it now? That's okay, I can read that if I'm still. Like, as in if I don't, if I start scrolling, yeah, it's totally readable, just full screen it. Yeah, when you put on, yeah. I know, if I refresh the screen too much, it happens. Well, I'm sorry, but you know, it is what it is. I don't think I can actually make it. I mean, I could probably reduce my resolution to 1080p, and then keep the bitrate the same, and the quality would be better, but that would be harder for me to work in. So, you know. Now, why is that defined? That's a header file. Whatever. Okay, it doesn't matter. We fixed that. Look at this. We've got like 10 linking errors and that's it. Amazing. And they're all really stupid as well. Like, as in they're easy to fix. They're just like, they're there because I haven't actually added the functionality yet. Okay, so that is that. I think the next thing, so it's only been like 2.5, it's only been like 2 hours. And we've actually done quite a lot of work, surprisingly, even though I've like been complaining the whole way. So the next step that we're actually going to have to take, probably, is to probably add a configuration for Sandbox, and then see if we can run something on our phone. And maybe for now, that configuration of Sandbox could perhaps not. Yeah, we'd have to set up a configuration for Android, like for Sandbox, I expect. So what we'll do is, I guess we'll do that now. So we'll go to our configuration manager actually, and we'll go to Sandbox, and we'll just add a new configuration for Tegra Android. We'll copy settings from Win32 for now at least, and we'll do the same for release as well. So Sandbox release, we'll have building release Tegra Android. That's correct. We'll quickly set this up, meaning that this is actually going to be an application. Okay, build system we'll use as Gradle. The Android API level will be 5.1 for now. Toolchain version Clang 3.6. Again, lib C++ static. We will enable C++ 11, and we'll keep runtime type information off for now. The platform, of course, will set to be Android. We really want to make sure that we match our things, otherwise the header files that we include may be different. And then let's take a look at this. So SPDebug, fine. Glue static, don't need that. Win32, don't need that. That, don't need that. And then that, don't need that. Okay. And then for release, we'll do the same thing. So we'll get rid of the stuff we don't need. So glue static, win32, lib. I don't even know what lib is, but we don't need it. All right, so we'll go back to debug. Let's try and build sandbox now. Not that it's gonna work, but yeah. All right, so SP break is undefined, it seems. We didn't get too many errors actually. I mean, like SP core or Sparky core didn't link. Why is SP break undefined though suddenly now? So in material.h. Let's see, where is SP break defined? It's defined if SP platform Android is defined. But I did define that. Oh, so I said Sparky platform Android. Lols. That would explain that. Okay. So that should fix the SP break not being defined. Oh, I'm building Sparky core again. Nah, that didn't fix that at all. What? Where is that being compiled into test 3D? What? And that's going to SP assert, which is going to here and doing SP platform Android. That is odd. I've definitely spelled Android correctly, right? Yep. Unless SP platform win32 is also defined, which it isn't. For debug, Tegra Android. SP platform Android. Huh. Yeah, it's just because it's the morning. That's why I'm tired. I'm not a morning person. Especially with no coffee. Why is that undefined? Okay, let me rebuild that. We're just going to rebuild the universe. This will take like 3 minutes probably. I'll just drink my tea out of my owl cup. I'll call it my... Oh, I'm dropping some frames. Call it my owl cup because there are owls on it. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Come on. What are we up to? Sparky core, good. Okay, sandbox finally. And it's still undefined. Why? Why on earth is SP break undefined? This doesn't make any sense. SP break. What do you guys think? What's the issue? Owl cup sell out. Yeah, nice. I have no idea what you're doing, but you seem like a cool guy. Yes, I like to think I am. 10 out of 10 wood cup again. What are you creating? Oh, what aren't I creating? I'm porting the Sparky engine, which is my game engine, onto Android, and of course it's a lot of work. Okay, so SP break, undefined, undeclared identifier, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ah, everything's not fine. Why? Why on earth is that under? Can someone please tell me? Like, is that? I don't even want to do that actually, because that'll break. Log is included in everything, so that'll break compilation. But yeah, I don't know. Why? Instead of making memes about me, why don't you guys actually help me? What's the deal with this? Why is it telling me SP break is undefined? I mean, it should be perfectly defined. I mean, okay, so the trace that it's happening from is I'm trying to compile test3d, which is opening the material.h header file, which of course is including log, probably. Oh, maybe it's not. No, but then it wouldn't be. Because SP assert's fine, and then SP assert, of course, expands. Oh, unless. Oh, wait, SP debug is defined, right? Yeah, because otherwise SP assert would expand to nothing. Yeah. So SP debug is defined. Going to SP assert, SP break is up here, and that's defined to be that if SP platform Android is set, which it is. Sandbox is setting that. I mean, I could try do a else, you know, error, no platform defined, or something like that. But I doubt that will actually run. Like, I doubt that'll actually, like, because it is defined. So, but that would mean that it is 100% defined if no platform defined isn't printed. Because I don't get it. It should be fine. My code isn't working and I have no idea why. I'm yawning a lot. It's just the way it is. Oh, what? No platform defined. How is that possible? What's going on, guys? Have I misspelled something? That's impossible. That's identical to what I had. Preprocessor definition, debug. SP platform Android. And SP platform Win32. So none of these are defined. What the shit is going on? What? This is impossible. I'm slightly scared. Because this isn't working. And it totally should be. What's the complete trace for this? So test 3D is the file being compiled, which is obviously in the sandbox project. That includes test3d.h, which includes Sparky, which includes absolutely everything, including log. But it wouldn't even be getting to that. Sparky core does have the define, but it shouldn't matter because the header's being referenced from the sandbox because the file that we're compiling is test3d.cpp. Like, so this has nothing to do with Sparky core. This is just a header only kind of fiasco. Unless something's like undefining it, which would be incredibly weird. Oh, hello. We're getting different errors now. ASM undeclared identifier. What? Hang on, so that worked? Control F7. Yeah, that worked. What? Okay, something very suspicious is going on. Somehow my preprocessor definitions aren't working. Oh, hang on. I probably haven't set up C++ properly or something. But I swear I did. Because why would... Well, ASM's not even declared now. Oh my goodness. What have I done? What have I done? I've done something bad. Let's maybe flip these. What have I done? This is the same, right? Libs is static. I mean, it's compiling into an APK, but that's correct. Got runtime type information enabled. SP file from Android. What have I done? That's very odd. And he doesn't know what ASM is, but why? Something very fishy is going on with this. Hang on a minute. Let me check my configuration manager. It's probably something really stupid. Oh. It's because... Okay. So the reason all of this is happening is because on debug, Integra Android, which is our current configuration, Sandbox is set to compile using Win32, not Tegra Android. That is the issue. And it's very difficult to, almost impossible to solve if you don't know what's going on. So this should be better now. But like, it's just the worst, man. So there you go. Now this should be the best. Oh, and I'm compiling it in release now for some reason. I'm just gonna have a bit of a sleep. I actually think I might have a nap. I got up at like 9 today and I went to bed at like 1. Like, it's not the worst, right? 8 hours of sleep basically. But I feel like I need a nap. Maybe it's Android. Maybe Android's just like ruining me. Alright, let's enable RTTI. Just gonna do this live stream from here. All relaxed and slumped down in my chair. So, yes, runtime type information. Usually I like to keep that off, but our incredibly sophisticated logging system is using that. What is this? Pasting formed Okay then. An invalid pre-processing token. I agree, that is invalid. Oh, because name was provided as... That's weird. That should have worked. It should have concatenated those strings. Ah, apparently you don't need that. Oh yeah, of course you don't. Oops. You can just do that. Alright. So, invalid suffix on literal symbols. Okay. Sols. And best? Almost. spcore.so, no such file directory. Okay, we're done. So the reason, of course, I can't find spcore.so, which is our spcore DLL, so is the dynamic library for Linux/Android. It can't find it because, of course, it didn't compile successfully. Because, of course, it didn't link successfully. So, Sandbox kind of works there. So what we're going to do now is, like, before I contemplate taking a nap, which I actually might go and do right now, because, like, you know, Android has... but before I go for my nap, I think I'm actually going to have a nap. Which is a little bit weird, but it's going to happen. No, I'm going to set an alarm clock, probably multiple for my nap, so I don't sleep more than like an hour and a half, otherwise I'll be completely wrecked. So, what we will do though, is we will probably fix Sparky core. So the thing that I'm actually going to have to do right now is I'm going to, just so you guys kind of see what I'm doing, I'm going to add a new project, which is going to be like our template for our Android project. And the way that that's going to work is we're just going to go down into Ensite Tegra. And I think the one that I want, I just clicked on it and it created it. What are you doing? Stop. I clicked on it so hard that it must have double clicked. Oh, I think it actually is this one though, but we'll remove it anyway because I wanted to read the other stuff. That's great. Oh, that made me laugh. All right, so hello world demo. Yeah, this is the one, I think. So this uses Java and native code to print hello world. That's perfect. So we'll call it for now sandbox.android. Now, this will actually, eventually, I will delete this project. This is just for now so that I know what I need to copy into Sandbox, because this is like a template, right? So we're not going to create native application or application with native code. This uses Java and native code, which is the one we want. We want both because we're greedy. So we'll create that. As you can see, it should basically have this rough, so this stuff is written in Java, of course. We have this structure where we have the JNI code in here. So you can see that all this does, like native side, the only thing it does is actually return us a string that says hello world. So if we set this as a startup project and we build it, first of all, it should build successfully. I will push this to GitHub before I end this stream into a branch called Android, so you guys can play around with it. I mean, if you guys want to fix the linking errors, in fact, if you guys just want to like add Android support for me, like that's fine. You can just submit a pull request in which you've added all the things that I haven't done. Okay, so that succeeded. So now if I connect my phone or my Android device here, let me just connect that real quick. And I need to unlock it. Wow. All right. It's so interesting when you look at a phone, like, because I haven't used this phone in like a year, and just looking at it, like, my life was so different back then. It's crazy. Just kind of reminiscing about stuff. There's so much stuff on this phone that I'm actually gonna, I might just take a look at this, like, after the stream, and see what's on here. Because, like, I mean, there are like photos on here and stuff that I haven't seen in like a year. Whoa, what is that? Is that me? Where is that? Okay, anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a bit of a sesh after this, a reminiscing kind of sesh. Okay, what can I unplug? That's not good. That's my keyboard. Can't unplug that. Maybe I can plug it into here, but that's a USB 3 port. That might not work properly. Are you good? Yeah, CI will be mad, but it probably, I don't think CI will compile that because it's on a branch, it's not on master. Okay, there we go, that worked. Allow USB debugging, yes please. Okay, so now I've got device connected. You can see it's popped up in device. I can just hit, I'll do it in debug mode. Otherwise, like by default, release mode, by the way, will, let me get it, okay, come on. Is that even the dialect I want? Yeah, sure. No, it's not. I want this one. Oh, it was, okay, let's set this up properly actually, because this is an NVIDIA one. So again, we'll say 5.1, we'll say toolchain version 3.6, STL type will be leave C++ static, and language will be set to that. Okay, so we'll just make sure that's set. Now I should be able to view logcat and stuff like that under Tegra, Windows, and logcat, so you can see it is actually working, right? So my Android logs are working. Of course, I'm gonna set that to like warning or something, not verbose, and we'll clear it. And now if I just hit run, yeah, so as I was saying, by default, where is it? There's an option here, which is basically whether or not I think it might be here somewhere. Yeah, debuggable. So in debug, it's set to yes. In release, it's set to no. I like to set it to yes anyway though, because if it's not debuggable, it means you can't debug it, which like even in release mode, you kind of want to run it through the debugger usually, right? Maybe you can create a different configuration that's going to be like a distribution configuration, and then that won't be debuggable, but this should be. So here we go. Now we're deploying our application. It's going to pull some device files. I hope you can debug on this Xperia. I think you can from memory, because I think I have done it before. In fact, I've even done it on my Samsung Note 4, now that I come to think of it. So we have this waiting for debugger, of course, because now it's completely attached, and it's actually, I don't know if you guys can see that, you probably can't. And it's about to, oh, and it just crashed. Yay. So if we look at the logcat, why on earth did that crash? This is the sample application. That's fun. Let's look at the log real quick. We'll unpin it. I hope this isn't like gonna, give away my private stuff. So let's see, unsatisfied link error. That sounds about right. Hello JNI. Okay, so it couldn't link something. Wait, what couldn't it link? Runtime load library. Okay, let's take a look at the Java source code that NVIDIA have written, because apparently they're getting an issue with it. So there it is. Sandbox, yes. So it should be sandbox.android. I don't know why they inserted an underscore in there. But of course, the native library that we should be loading is sandbox.android, because that of course is the name that this is being produced into. And this should work. And there it is, right? So you can see the text hello world, and it's flashing. And it's also, yeah, there we go. Thank you, focus. So there you go. Okay, and that's coming from native code. So that's the demo of the NVIDIA kind of thing. So the things that we really need to copy, and this contains stuff like the Android manifest. It's got all of our Java code inside the source directory. It's got all of our C++ code inside the JNI directory. Okay, so typically what this will have to do is we'll have to have like a front end where we have all this Java code that actually, you know, sets up, well, in this case, I mean, we just create kind of text views and stuff, but we will have to create like a glaze view essentially, or like a glaze surface, like a surface view. That's what it's called. We'll have to create a surface view so that we can actually, you know, draw stuff. And then of course that surface view typically will either provide us with callbacks that we can just reference, and then we can of course say that, you know, when we implement the callbacks in Java, we can call native functions, and then of course that will go into some kind of JNI, like we'll make a JNI function for that. And then this will call into like our actual Sparky code and do stuff like that. So that's kind of how it's going to work. So we're going to probably implement that next time. Again, I'm going to go have a nap. Because I'm just completely like wasted right now. But we did do quite a bit of work here. I mean, we basically like the thing that I know I said I wanted to have test2d running on my phone by the end of this, but that was before I fell asleep. So, but the important thing is we have got Sparky is now Clang compliant, right? It compiles successfully. The entire Sparky, including free image, free type, box2d, and stuff like that, compiles using Clang, which is good. It doesn't link yet because we're missing some functions that we need to actually create, but it does compile successfully, so that's good. So let's quickly create a branch out of this. So we'll do create branch, call this Android, and we'll switch to new branch, hit OK. And I'll quickly commit to the Android branch, and I'll commit pretty much everything. So all of the stuff we've changed, this will have to eventually be merged. I mean, we did do stuff like, you know, add defines everywhere, but we also did some, like if you look at vertex array, no, vertex buffer, sorry. Whoops, this one. You can see we did some stuff like, you know, created the scratch buffer and stuff like that so that we could actually, you know, replace the GL map buffer function since we don't have access to that. Okay, that stuff doesn't need to exist. That stuff doesn't need to exist. The dependencies that we add for the platform Android, we need all of them. Probably quite a lot of them. Wow, there is a lot of them. That's all of that. Wow. Lots of files. Okay. Wow, this is taking a while. Okay, done. And then the other stuff that I want to commit are basically, so I don't care about those. Yeah, so the source stuff that we added, of course. I wish it didn't like refresh every time because that is actually quite annoying. Sandbox.android. Again, there's a lot of stuff here that I don't care about. We will commit that though. Yeah, so stuff in debug I don't care about, and release. And then there's this that I do care about. I think that's actually it. So it's like 6 files. Nah, hang on. Where are the VCX projects are here. Yeah, that's it. And then let me just skim through this, make sure we're not missing anything. Doesn't look like we are. Yeah, cool. Initial Android support. We'll commit all that. That'll take a while. And I will push it after the stream ends because it's going to be quite large. All right, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to end the live stream right here. I may stream tomorrow again, depending on stuff. But other than that, this is just going to be a project that I'm going to be kind of ongoing. So anytime I have time for a live stream, I should actually have some time throughout this week. I'll just start a live stream and keep working on this. So it'll be like the ongoing project. And there should be a new game programming episode tomorrow. So don't worry about that as well. All right, cool. This stream will be put onto youtube.com/Cherno archive. So if you miss it or if you want to rewind any parts of it and you don't want to do it on Twitch because it'll get deleted from Twitch after a while, then it will be on YouTube. So keep that in mind and subscribe to that channel. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Let me find the stop button first. Vroom.